Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Back Nine final round here at the 2018 Tyyni. Got myself, Robert McCall, on the mic, along with 2010 world champ Eric McCabe.
Hello.
Team sweep the leg.
Sweep it.
No mercy is our motto.
No mercy.
As is Ricky Wysocki's motto.
Except my putter.
Yeah, well, that's a good mercy to have. We got Ricky Wysocki with a 5-shot lead over Seppo Paju right now. Barsby coming off an ace birdie last couple of holes, and that is a fantastic tee shot. This hole reads 70 meters, 230 feet, but plays a lot farther than that because of the steep uphill and kind of difficult line, to tell you the truth.
And an elevated basket as well. The basket kind of sits on just a elongated pole as opposed to your traditional elevated baskets.
So that's just a late release for Ricky. He's playing the left side gap and just lets it go a bit early. This looks to be another rock from Philo. And that's the gap that Ricky's shooting for. It's just a bit low from Philo, and he knew it out of his hand. Certainly not as bad a shot as Philo made it seem, but he wants to park everything.
Perfectionist.
Yeah. Seppo getting what looks like a whale sack there. Shout out Tyyni Stenitis. Do your thing.
Do it.
And if I had to guess, this is probably an M4 from Seppo. Just a smooth turnover line.
Get off it.
Couple of bad air bounces. It's going to kick him down to the right side. So Philo, Seppo, and Ricky will all be playing the layup game here.
Now this hole is one that I could see the forehand being the most dominant shot and the easiest shot to get up there, and we only saw one of those on the hole.
Right.
On the card.
Yeah, kind of surprised to not see Ricky throw that.
Mm-hmm.
So just some pretty easy layups here. This the rock here, I say it's a rock. It's more like a huge, massive boulder.
Yes.
Is actually really slick.
It's the earth.
Yes. So if you get a little unlucky on that, you can catch some big rollaways. So you want to play safe around this basket. And that's a great birdie for Barsby.
Especially when everybody's scrambling to try to save par.
That's right. What kind of rock did you call that? Earth?
Earth.
The earth rock? I'll have to look that up.
Just big chunk of earth.
Yeah, here it is. Just exposed earth rock. It's this new kind of rock I haven't heard of.
We don't have it in the States yet, only in Finland.
That's right. That sounds right. Everyone else is going to be fine with par.
Yeah.
When you walk up to that hole, you're thinking birdie, but it certainly is not an easy one.
Correct. Ooh, a little high.
Bit high for Ricky, but that's going to stay in. He'll take par. And with that birdie, Barsby is going to tie up Seppo after starting. I believe he started the round 3 back of Seppo.
I think he was 4 back 3 holes ago.
That sounds right.
So, yeah.
So holding the box, he's got that eagle forehand again, and this is headed.
This is such a tough hole.
Toward the green. It's not very far.
Super
88
short.
meters, 289 feet, but the basket is perched up on another earth rock.
Yes, another earth rock.
Yes, very, very slick surface up there, and probably, 10 to 15 feet above your head when you're standing at the bottom of it.
I like this play personally. The backhand putter doesn't look like he committed to the shot. Kind of looks like he pulled it a little left, but I liked it better than the forehand here.
This has the potential to stay up in the air long enough to get up on top of the rock.
Yep.
But to land the rock and stay up there is nearly impossible.
Yeah. A lot of times if you're coming in even rock high,
you're flying.
You're probably going to have a 50, 60-foot comebacker.
Yep. And that is a branch of fortune.
Wow.
For Philo there.
Branch manager position.
He is the branch manager. That was cruising. That was going to be a tough putt. And you can see just how tall this basket is. Philo gives that a run and gets the unfortunate roll. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again.
Yep.
Seppo. They don't even look the same, which that's the sad part. You're
still talking about branch manager.
Branch manager.
Yeah.
Seppo gets an unfortunate roll down the backside there. Barsby with a great run for birdie. That's really about the only way I can envision birdie happening.
I agree with that. Sit.
Oh, and don't do that.
Sit.
And if you're in Seppo's position, you have to run that.
Oh,
you can't just lay it up.
It's for par. Unless it's for bogey, then you just lay it up.
And I think from the bogey putt, he didn't have much.
No.
So he's gonna have to take a double there, and that hurts your feelings.
Yeah, it really does. Especially when you just had such a killer round going. You got somebody on your tail, just chasing you down.
And just two really unlucky rollaways. I think relative to par, this may be the most difficult hole in the course.
It has to be. I can't think of a single hole that's more difficult to get birdie on.
Yeah, 129 meters. This is a very subtle flex all the way to the basket with a pretty sharp left ending. And Gregg let this shot go, and someone said perfect, and hit that branch.
You had to say it.
And you can hear Barsby. You had to say it. And, I mean, this guy was excited. He was like, that's perfect. He niced him.
He perfected him. Which doesn't have as...
Right. It doesn't sound as cool. Yeah. So Ricky's missed a bit on the right side, but he's far enough down that he should have a pitch up to get a 3.
I feel like I would probably just go fairway.
Yeah.
Fairway driver. Maybe even a midi down the middle here just to get in position. Just run away with a 3 on this hole and you're happy.
Reaching the basket is, I'd say, almost impossible. I mean, give somebody a stack of, give one of these guys a stack of their favorite disc that they're throwing right now. I think that's a D2 from Seppo. And he maybe gets inside the circle once, maybe, and probably has some 4s along the way, trying to hug that right side. And so, extremely difficult par 3. 3 is going to be a great score here. And after what looked like the best line, Gregg was actually the farthest back. He's thrown a great forehand turnover with that rhino. Almost rang it up. And tag the cameraman on the way. Ricky with a beautiful upshot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen him throw those harps before. Have you seen that?
A couple times.
He's pretty good at those.
A couple times.
Seppo with a nice upshot as well. And yeah, this is honestly as close as I think. I mean, Philo's line was perfect.
Yeah.
And this is just a jump putt around the corner. It's not really a chance to make it.
Yeah, kind of a weird one. Weird hole. Difficult one.
Even though Gregg's within... He's within 20 feet there, within probably 6 or 7 meters. He had to take a knee and stretch out to make that putt.
Good par.
And I'm pretty sure Gregg's putter actually kicked off the tree and into the basket there.
Did it really?
Yeah,
Nice.
so two times perfected.
Hey, yeah.
But yeah, star par there. That's pretty good.
That is not bad. Followed up by possibly the shortest hole on the course?
I think so.
Yeah.
240 downhill. It honestly plays like 210, 200.
And then you've got the hazard right in front of it. It's kind of like a heart-shaped little area, kind of like a little heart-shaped mound almost that plays as a hazard, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. So yeah, tall grass there. If you land in that, you're playing from the tall grass with an additional stroke.
Yep.
And Barsby just let this go way too wide.
In bounds.
Safe. But yeah, there's not much OB to contend with here.
Just don't be short.
Yeah, Ricky's taken, I believe that's a TP harp.
That's a good shot.
And that's a really good play.
That's a good play.
He's going to be inside the circle, putting back up at the basket. Most people, the miss is long and left, and that's a scary putt back at that hazard. Good flight for Philo, but just a bit long. It's just so hard to stop this on a dime like you need to.
Oof.
And
Turned over a little.
if that hadn't got that air bounce and it hooked up, I think Seppo had the speed.
Mm-hmm. And you get the fun stairway
Yeah.
to the bottom.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Definitely sketchy. Some of the taller stairs I've walked on before.
Ooh.
Barsby with a nice little forehand turnover run. Seppo from what looks like about 40 or 45.
I thought he was going to jam it. I just had this feeling.
Yeah, you love those as a player when you step over a putt and you're like, I'm going to make this. I got it.
A little high there from Philo. Or you mean when Ricky stands over any putt?
that's the feeling Ricky has on every putt. That's correct. Yeah, this is a deceptively difficult hole. With no wind, I think we see a lot of birdies. With the wind that we had today, I'm kind of not surprised to only see one. Yeah. It's just so hard to stick that green on the downhill.
Would you consider that the dagger from?
Yeah, that's
legit.
The proverbial dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the tournament, I think, is in Ricky's hands. The only way that he loses it is if he finds out of bounds,
trouble
out of bounds,
in
out
the
of
next
bounds.
5 holes,
Yeah, somebody, Gregg would have to birdie every
all
hole.
5.
Yep. Rick would have to take 4 pars and a bogey. And that's not a
That's
very
probably
Ricky
not happening.
thing.
That's not a Ricky thing to do. So spoiler alert, maybe.
Yeah, sorry.
But you never know.
You never know. Moving on to hole 14, the tee shot here is the most important shot. If you get in a good position here, the upshot up the hill is pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Bad position on your tee shot, and you might have nothing.
Is this a double Mando?
This is just right off the tee. There's no other way that you would go.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Now, did that go too far straight? Did he want to go a little bit further left?
He wants to be a little farther left, but he's far enough up that it shouldn't be too difficult of an approach. Gregg's gotten a bit too much turn on his. But he may have this little backdoor straight shot. Yeah, you can see where those people are sitting halfway up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little straight gap there. And it's likely that that's what Barsby will be playing. I'm kind of surprised to see these guys move their discs even a little bit to the right. I think this would be a pure hyzer for
just want to go left.
Yeah. And this is a D1 from Seppo, and this is crushed. Ooh. I mean, he's halfway up the hill in the perfect spot.
And there's the basket, straight up ahead.
Yeah, here's that tiny straight gap if you don't get far enough left.
It's not an easy gap. There's nothing easy about that shot right there.
No, the course designer is definitely showing you this is where you want to be. Mm-hmm. If you end up over here, I'm going to be nice to you.
Yeah.
And give you an opportunity, but it won't be an easy one.
Great shot there.
Yeah, Barsby taps the pole, and that's well played by Philo and Barsby. Ricky is far enough that was tracking for the basket, but he'll still have a putt for birdie. And look how far up Seppo got.
Goodness.
Now his is almost too far because
yeah.
That's a really difficult uphill kind of spike turnover. And smooth stroke from Philo.
Still not happy with the birdie.
Maybe he's upset. I'm not sure. I usually get happy when I make birdies.
Man.
But different strokes, man.
Yeah.
Good putt for Seppo there. That's a good birdie. I'd say this is a difficult all-star. These guys might argue, but
yeah.
I don't think this is an easy 3 by any means.
They made it look very easy, even with bad drives. Well, not bad drives, but
a couple of not perfect drives.
Yeah.
Suboptimal drives.
Yes.
Moving around to hole 15. This is a downhill putter shot for some of these guys, forehand for some of them.
Interesting basket placement.
A little bit of a tight tunnel. Yeah, it's on a big spool.
Spool. That's a lot of yarn.
Yes. And that's Ricky going straight at it.
Oh.
He caught the very last branch. That's going to leave him just outside the circle. He probably said that's junk or something
That's
like
junk.
that.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Getting to be the end of the day here. The temperature was dropping pretty quick this day, if I recall.
That's right.
With that wind.
We're getting a little chilly, and that's beautifully done from Barsby. Anything that's moving slightly left to right, you can count on him throwing that eagle, throwing it well. And here's a DX rock from Philo. Beautiful line.
Oh, yeah. Get up. Yeah.
And that's perfect.
That's great.
And I'm actually at the bottom of the hill here standing next to Ralph Rogoff, one of our Estonian guys. Really, really cool cat. I like Ralph a lot. He and Marion are doing good stuff. And this is tracking.
Oh.
And that actually catches the spool and sits. If it skips off the spool, he is a million miles past the basket.
Whew.
But
think if it wasn't an elevated basket.
Right.
A question. Mm-hmm. How do we get an action replay on this and not an ace?
I don't know, but this is a pretty sweet shot.
No, this is definitely worth the action replay. Yeah. But
we want to see it again next time. Anyway, so I'm standing next to Ralph, and Ricky walks up to his putt, and I say, I think he's got it. And Ralph's like, I don't know, man.
Buckets.
He had it.
Just ridiculous.
We made a small bet on it, and as Ricky was walking up, I said, thank you, Ricky. You won me a bet.
I'm guessing you won some ice cream?
I did. I won some ice cream.
Solid.
And some chocolate when he comes to GBO.
Oh, okay.
But I had to risk caddying for him for one full round at GBO next year. So I had a lot to lose.
Okay.
But there I am in the corner.
Yep.
I raised my head to the sky and said, thank you, Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky. Oh, it looks like there were some other bets going on there to see the guy.
Yeah, a little
exchange
of money.
All right.
Well done, Seppo. And then these guys just dropping in. Beautiful group of drives here.
All thinking, man, finally got a stroke on Rick.
Yeah, just kidding.
Probably not.
Rick's just going to, I believe it's Ian who says this all the time, just Rick doing Rick things.
Yep.
You know? Making putts, making it look easy. 16 is a big hyzer, Obi on the right and long. And so you really want to play.
And they give Rick the clap even if he goes out of bounds.
I actually, for some reason, I didn't think that was out of bounds. Oh, that's Philo.
Oh, that was Philo? I thought it was Rick.
I thought it was too. Anyway, here's Barsby on a big hyzer. And this has a little too much heat.
Seems like these are going a little too high.
Yeah, and that does end up out of bounds.
Yeah, but that was Philo according to the scorecard down there.
Oh, here's Philo. So that was Ricky. He is out of bounds.
Yes.
I think he just trickled a bit long.
Yes.
But his closest competitor, Barsby, has also gone out of bounds.
On the card, at least.
Yep.
There's one in play, I think.
We'll find out shortly.
Yes. Seppo with a chance to make a bit of a move here.
Yeah. People in tough positions for sure. And he's got that half zip back on. You can tell the weather's cooling down just a bit. So this is Barsby, who was long and out of bounds. And he's putting straight at OB behind the basket.
Yeah. Just give it a kind of a run, but just don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, okay, so Ricky is in bounds. They just put the OB up early.
Interesting. Oh.
And that you don't see that much.
No,
and I'm glad I didn't make a bet on this one.
Yeah.
That's a 1/2 inch low from Ricky.
And about a
2 inches high from Philo. So Seppo's going to capitalize and take his birdie there. And after Ricky missed that putt, you don't see Ricky smile much on the course, but we've got 2 holes to go, and he's got now 7 shots.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Although they are 2 pretty difficult holes.
They are. Definitely 2 difficult holes. Philo not too pleased with his effort on this hole, and I understand.
Yeah, that's little 2-stroke swing, too, from Seppo and Barsby there. So.
That's right. So 17 here. 558 doesn't do it justice. This is a crush and then a really technical shot over to the right side.
With a Mando, it looks like.
Yeah, the basket is perched not really on a mound. It's like the top of a hill, the crest of a hill that runs away behind the basket. And this is just destroyed. That was an X1, by the way. If you're familiar with Prodigy plastic out there.
I am not.
It's extremely overstable.
Yep.
Extremely overstable. And Seppo just made it look like regular distance
no
driver.
big deal.
And that's beautifully played by Ricky, like picture-perfect position. I think people would have been more impressed had they not seen Seppo just throw 100 feet past him.
Yep. Seppo mashes.
He does.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah, incredible. Is Barsby just beating the little ditch there. The ditch isn't super trouble. You can be in there and still get up and down. It's not great footing, but at that point you're close enough that it shouldn't really matter. And Philo's line is good. He is hyzering back to the left, but he does end up in that little ditch. So he'll have to play a forehand up to the basket here.
You don't see Philo throw too many forehands.
No, that's how you know that's really the only play. And it looks as if he got just a bit too much air on that. Oh, and skipped the rock by the basket. Another one of those earth rocks.
Earth rock. I love the earth rocks. Can't wait till we get some here in the States.
One of these days, if we petition the city enough. Barsby goes back to that rhino.
Yep.
That's expertly executed. A little bit of rain falling on these guys. Yeah,
All right.
not much. Not enough for umbrellas or rain jackets or anything.
It's not even raining at the basket.
That's right. The climate change around those earth rocks is so crazy.
It's amazing. That's why I want to get some.
And Seppo, who thought this was a distance contest.
Yeah.
Now just playing easy up to the basket. That'll be a short putt for birdie for him. A little bit of an unfortunate break for Philo here, but he does still have a putt for birdie.
That's just a little left side chain.
Chains
Not
left
happy
and
with it. It's hard to throw, what looks like a perfect approach, and then just unfortunately get the skip.
And you got to spin to win.
Yep, that is true. That a boy, Rick.
And these are formalities from Seppo and Gregg here.
The story's becoming the battle for second.
That's right. Well executed upshots for these guys. They're going to be tied going into 18. Philo's just going to tap out for par here.
This is
Last hole.
scary.
Oh, so scary.
Talk about commitment.
Yeah, the distance is not the problem here. 394, probably 360 to carry straight over the water. And there is not a drop zone on this hole.
Nope.
So if you throw this aggressive shot like Seppo has,
Out of bounds.
and he just went out of bounds long right. So he will be moving up to the basket to putt.
If you go be short in the pond, don't
You're
quite
re-teeing.
have the distance,
I mean,
you have to re-tee.
Or you move up 10 feet, you move up 3 meters.
Well, sure, but you move up 10 feet to throw from the sand.
Yeah, I would re-tee.
Yeah.
So Ricky's played it well, safe out to the left side.
It's very, very punishing for players that can't throw 360. They are forced to throw down the beach on this left side with no drop zone.
Yeah, you're right. Barsby with a smash forehand.
Smash
I
forehand.
am quite envious of that.
Slight. Not too bad. I mean, it's in bounds. He has a long putt.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
solo second.
Definitely, but he knows that Seppo is out of bounds, so he needs to
let's
secure
just put
three.
it in bounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big hyzer from Philo. No chance of going OB to the right side.
Over under 50 discs in that pond over the weekend.
I'll take over.
Well over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people found that water. Because it just really isn't that far. But with any wind, it can be kind of scary. Great bit from Philo to finish the
Nice
round.
little line. Little low, but secured to 3. That pretty much guarantees at least second place.
Right. Here's Seppo for his share of second.
Just low.
Just a bit low.
It's unfortunate for Seppo there.
Yeah, still a great weekend for him, especially in front of the home crowd.
Yeah.
There's your 2018 Tyyni champion, Ricky Wysocki. Couldn't happen in much of a better fashion.
Absolutely.
Richard Wysocki.
With the win.
He's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Getting some congratulations from his fellow competitors. You love to see the camaraderie between these guys.
Yeah. People are just used to congratulating the guy for his wins.
Yeah, sounds about right. But huge props to Philo and Gregg making the trip over the pond.
Yeah.
Getting some European events in. Same to Ricky. I know that they were staying over for Konapish Day and then for the Open at Ale.
Yep.
And so great to see those guys over here. And honestly, for us, great to just experience this event.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that did end up being our top 4 competitors. Ricky taking the win by 8 over Gregg. Gregg eking out second place over Seppo by 1. And then Philo holding on to 4th place over Devin Owens.
Devin making a comeback that final round, I believe.
Yeah, pretty solid round for him to finish in 5th place. Now, top of that tie for 11th, Leo Pirinen. If you haven't heard of him,
watch out.
He can play golf. We watched him at the Tampere Disc Golf Course, and he's pretty incredible. So, great event. We were really fortunate to be part of the Tyyni, and I hope to be back next year.
I think so. I think we'll be back.
Almost 800 competitors. Let's see what we can do next year. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day.